Hey, it's Extus Justin, and the title of this video is called How to Build or Grow Your Team. So once a week, I like to pick one of my subscribers and schedule a 20-minute free consultation with them. And everyone I've done this with so far says that this free consultation is worth at least $500 or more. And last week I talked to Marie. Now Marie's just getting started with her coaching business. And her biggest frustration was that she didn't have a team. She was doing everything on her own. From going out to looking for clients, writing blog posts, working on her website, working on the product, and going to networking events and a whole bunch of other stuff. So as you'd imagine, the one big question she had for me was, how was I able to build my team when I was first starting out? And because I know that this is a question that you might have as well, I decided to shoot this video to show you exactly how I built my team when I was just starting out. In fact, putting together a team is something I struggled with for a long time. When I was first starting out, before I had any real success, all of my coaches and the people I followed all told me that I needed to delegate and build a team. But since I was just starting out, I couldn't see how that could ever have been possible. And the reason being was because I wasn't making any money yet, and I didn't have any clients. As you're probably aware, the level of success that I've achieved isn't accidental. I've constantly surrounded myself and connected with some of the greatest minds out there. And I'm always looking for what's given them the edge. And the one thing that it always came back to was having and building a team. After hearing it repeatedly over and over again, even though I was just starting out and didn't have any paying clients yet, I decided to do whatever it would take to put together a team. And in about a month of trying out a lot of different things, I was able to put together a team of what I call superstars who were all willing to work with me to help me achieve my goals in my coaching business. And the best part about it is that they were willing to work for free. So right now, you may be wondering, how was I able to make this happen? And since you're wondering, pay attention to the rest of this video and I'll walk you through the exact process I used to achieve this result. It turns out that in order for me to have made this happen this quickly, there were 4 simple steps that I had to follow. And for you to be able to put together your team that works with you for free, you'll realize that you'll have to follow these steps as well. So, in order to put together a team of superstars who will be willing to work with you for free, the first thing you'll have to do is to identify what you're currently trying to achieve in your business. So why do you need to identify what you're currently trying to achieve in your business? Well, the reason you want to identify this is because depending on what you're trying to achieve, that'll determine who you'll need to look for your team. So if you know that you want a website built, then you'll know that you should focus your time on finding the people who are already good at building websites. The second thing that you'll need to do is to identify one person that you should have on your team. So in step 1, we identified what we are trying to achieve. And then step 2, we're now going to identify the person that we need to find to help us achieve this. After we've done that, the third step in the process is to schedule at least 15 minutes each day to begin seeking this person out. Notice I use the word schedule, and the word schedule is the most critical part of this entire process. If you want to ensure that you are able to put together a team that will work with you for free, then you have to actively schedule time to make this happen. Derek Jeter, a 5-time baseball World Series champion, has a quote that goes like this: "So many people are insanely busy nowadays, and it's easy to say, oh, I'll work out tomorrow, but you have to set aside time and stick to that schedule." The fact is that there are a lot of things that we want to accomplish in our lives, and wouldn't you say that? Think about your life. Isn't there a lot of things that you know that you should be doing? Now think about the things that you are doing in your life. Wouldn't you say that the reason why you're doing those things is because they're scheduled? You actually made time for them? Well, one of the fastest ways to put together your team is to schedule time to make it happen. In my experience, I've noticed that only the things I've scheduled get done. Everything else gets put off. So, when you've started looking and finding possible candidates to add to your team, you'll run into 2 types of people. The first type of person you'll run into is what I call the do just enough to get paid type of person. And this is a person who is only in it for the money. All they care about is getting paid. And these are the types of people that are easy to spot because usually one of the first questions they ask is, how much am I getting paid? These aren't the types of people that you're looking for. The second type of person you'll run into is what I call a fueled by a dream person. And this person is motivated by a dream. So what does it mean to be motivated by a dream? Well, what this means is that this person is driven by a compelling picture of the future. There's a clear picture that they hold in their minds of something bigger than themselves. I wonder if you're aware that you're this type of person as well. So this person's deepest desire is to be a part of a team. They intuitively understand that the only way to achieve anything great is to be a part of a team. This is the type of person you're trying to find. Sites like somebodytohire.com is a great place to start when looking for these types of people. Also, another thing you can do is to join groups where the type of person that you're looking for hangs out. And the final step after you've found this person is to enroll them in your vision. So how do you enroll someone in your vision? Well, to do this, you have to paint a clear future for them in advance. And what do I mean by painting a clear picture for them in advance? Well, what this means is to let them in on everything that you're trying to do. It's giving them all the elements that they'll need to convince themselves that working with you is a great investment. And painting the future for someone in advance does something very magical. It gets them excited, and now they'll want to help you out because they can see how what you're doing can really benefit them. One of the key elements of doing this is to talk about how this person fits into your vision long term. Doing this is critical because when it comes to work, we humans seek security, and talking long term reinforces this security to our potential team member. So a key point to remember is that the people who live on a dream are really looking for a place to fit in long term. And that's what gets them to work with you for free. They're able to do this because they believe in you and they want to be a part of a team, or more importantly, a family, so to speak. Okay, now that I've laid out all the pieces on how to build a team that works with you for free, let's now do an exercise so that you can build your own team in the fastest time possible. I've created an exercise worksheet that you can download specifically for this training. So if you're watching this video anywhere else but on my website, go to extusjustin.com and download it and save it to your computer. The link to this exercise should also be in the description bar below. I've also made this exercise worksheet interactive so that you can type your answers in on your computer instead of having to print it out. However, you can still print it out if you'd like. So pause the video, go to my website and get the exercise worksheet, and come back after you're done. Okay, let's jump right into the exercise. How to build or grow your team. Building your team is a critical part of growing your coaching business fast. However, most coaches starting out don't do it because they don't think that they can afford to pay someone else. I struggled with the same issue for a long time, but then I figured something very important out. I figured out a way to build a team that worked for me for free, because in the beginning, I wasn't making any money yet. By watching the video and using this exercise, you too will learn the secret of putting together one of these teams for yourself. Step 1. Identify what you are currently trying to achieve in your business and write it down below. So for me, what I was trying to achieve in my business is that I needed a website built. Step 2. Identify one person that you should have on your team. So since I knew I needed a website built, the person I needed on my team was a web designer. Step 3. Schedule 15 minutes each day to begin seeking this person out. Use forums that you are part of to find them. Use sites like somebodytohire.com and others. Write down the most ideal time to make this happen each day and what approach you will take. So for me, when I knew that I needed a website built and I knew that I needed a web designer, the next step was I actually schedule it in my schedule because I have a pretty busy schedule. So I went ahead and scheduled 15 minutes each day to just focus on finding that one person. Step 4, enroll them in your vision. What are the main elements of your vision that you will need to convey to be able to enroll this person in your vision? So some of the main elements you might use in your vision might be showing them that they're going to be there for the long term, showing them that you're actually interested in building a team and having them on the team. You need to paint a clear picture for them. You need to give them the elements that they need in order to be able to work for you without being paid in the beginning. Showing them that you're interested in a long-term relationship, to really show them that you're interested in keeping them around for a long time. Another element might be painting a clear picture of exactly how they fit into your plan and showing them that it's in their best interest that they partner up and team up with you to make this happen. So what are the parts of your vision that you'd have to convey to them? Okay, so now that you've completed this exercise, you now know specifically what you need to do in order to put together a team that works with you for free, no matter what level you're at in your business. If you're watching this video anywhere else besides my blog, extusjustin.com, head over there. That's where our entire community is, and that's where I'll be hanging out answering all the questions that you might have. And with that said, scroll down, leave me a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear from you. So get out there and start building your team.